Ever pondered whether you, as a human being, truly have free will, or if it is merely an illusion? A riddle that has baffled philosophers, scientists, and thinkers for centuries. It's a question that has profound implications for our understanding of the universe and our place within it. In the second half of the 19th century, the landscape of human understanding was drastically altered. Scientific discoveries, most notably Darwin's theory of evolution, began to erode the long-standing authority of Christian beliefs as the primary means of explaining the world. This period witnessed the emergence of an alternative concept, a materialist view that insisted all phenomena could be explained by the organization and interaction of basic particles of matter. D.H. Huxley, one of the most fervent materialists of that era, famously described human beings as conscious automata devoid of free will. He argued that our volitions, our willings, do not enter into the chain of causation. In his view, the feeling we call volition is not the cause of a voluntary act, but merely a symbol of that state of the brain which is the immediate cause. Fast forward to our modern age, this idea has become increasingly prevalent among scientists and philosophers who share similar materialist views. The stance that free will is an illusion is often echoed. For example, Daniel Wegner suggested that the experience of willing an act arises from interpreting one's thought as the cause of the act. In other words, our sense of making choices is just an awareness of what the brain has already decided for us. This view was seemingly supported by a series of experiments conducted by scientist Benjamin Libet in the 1980s. Participants were asked to perform a simple task such as pressing a button or flexing their wrist. They were then asked to note the moment at which they were consciously aware of the decision to move, while their brain activity was simultaneously monitored. Libet's experiments showed that there was unconscious brain activity associated with the action for an average of half a second before the participants were aware of the decision to move. This gave rise to the interpretation that decisions are first made by the brain, and there is a delay before we become conscious of them, attributing our own conscious intention to the act. However, Libet's experiment is not without its flaws. It heavily relies on the participants' own recording of when they feel the intention to move. This raises the question of whether people are capable of accurately recording the moment of their decision to act. Furthermore, there may be a delay between the impulse to act and the recording of it. To summarize, from the materialist views of the 19th century, suggesting that humans are conscious automata, to modern scientific experiments investigating the very nature of decision-making, the concept of free will and the illusion of choice remain subjects of heated debate. It is a complex issue, interwoven with our understanding of consciousness, decision-making, and the human brain. The debate continues, and perhaps so does our journey to understand ourselves.